What's up, guys? Welcome back to Disrespect Disc Golf. Fresh cardboard. I'm just kidding. I'm excited about the plastic that's inside the cardboard. Let's get right into it. As you guys know, I'm sponsored by Goliath Discs, and even though we are a small company, we do have Tour Series discs. And in this box right here is actually the Tour Series disc for 2025. So we got 5 different players that have their own Tour Series discs, and I've got 8 discs in here. So I think I got one of each disc plus 3 other ones that are like multiples. So let's break this puppy open. Super stoked to see these for the first time. I wanted to put this on camera to kind of give you my actual first impressions. It was hard to like put it in the car and drive over here and like not look until now, but moment of truth is here. I'm gonna throw these during the round as well today, and not only give you my thoughts on the plastic and the artwork, but also how they fly. Cardboard, cardboard, cardboard. Okay, so you can see here, here's 4 of the molds. Not super aerodynamic, but we're kind of working on it. We're a smaller manufacturer. All jokes aside, oh my gosh. Okay, first up, we got the Samson. Holy moly. Okay, spoiler, I'm pretty sure all of these are Metal Flake. Metal Flake Glow. They're all glow plastic. Oh my gosh. We got all sorts of sparkles in there. This thing is so cool. Wow. Just so beefy. The Samson is already like one of the beefiest mid-ranges maybe ever. It's more beefy than a Justice. And this glow one I've heard is the most stable version yet. And I have 2 of them. 2 glow Samsons. So that's going to be wild to throw these guys. Next up, another duplicate that I have. This is going to be the Trevor Nordland 2025 Tour Series Waymakers. Look at the stamp on those puppies. These things are absolutely ridiculous. There's the profile. Wow. The Metal Flake is just insane. There's like, the companies that make Metal Flake don't put this many like actual like flakes and stuff in there. Like this has 1 billion flakes in it. And it's not stiff. It's not crazy gummy, but it's a little gummy. And man, oh man, this feels great in the hands already. So 2 Samsons, 2 Waymakers. Wow. Okay, then we've got a Dart and Potts Tour Series Glow Gyra. The Gyra is one of the most popular molds from Goliath. It's basically a competitor of the Buzz. This is kind of our version of the Buzz. I like it a lot better. I'm not really a Buzz person, sorry. But the Gyra, point and shoot mid-range, apparently this Glow one is the most stable from what I've heard. You guys are going to see for yourself today how these fly during this round. And again, even like the stamp has like sparkles and like stuff like that in the actual stamp. So cool. Point and shoot mid-range. Next up, we've got the 2025 Tour Series Enoch. This is Sarah Pettingill's Enoch. Super cool. She did a Tour Series Enoch last year that was also glow, and that one was actually the flippiest run of glow, or the flippiest run of Enoch, sorry. Which is interesting because it was glow plastic, but it was the flippiest run of Enochs that we have. This is a flippy 8-speed, but I imagine it's going to be pretty neutral in this glow plastic. This feels money in the hand. It's really good plastic. I'm very impressed. Cool artwork too, sitting on a horse. Last 2 in the box. The last duplicate that I have, the Dustin Ritzel Redemptions. These things are awesome. I bag a Redemption, and I love how Redemptions fly, how they feel and everything. These are a great disc. 5502 are the flight numbers. A little more stable than the Gyras, and they feel great in the hand, flatter than the gyro as well. So if the gyro is too domey for you, this is going to be a little bit more shallow in your hands. And this is the same stamp that Dustin did last year on his 2024 Tour Series. Yeah, that's it. 8 discs in the box, all glow discs. Let's get out and play around with them and see how they fly. Gonna go with the Enoch here. Oh, that's such a good disc. Wow. That's definitely the straightest Enoch I've ever thrown. Here's a comparison to a Oasis Enoch. And it turns, and it fades at the end, but it's more flippy for sure. First impression on the Enoch. You guys saw it. I ripped into that. The pin was 345 uphill, so that was probably a 340 foot shot, or 340 power with that Enoch. Never turned over, straight for a while, and then it kind of got on hyzer a little bit and just pushed forever. Very impressed with that so far. Definitely more stable than the Oasis. So these are supposed to be stable, so we'll see how they fly. First throw with these, and 2 throws obviously. That's good. Push. Yeah. Circle's edge, really good. Wow, yeah. Definitely more fade than the Oasis, I think. I know not everyone forehands mid-ranges, but I will say that the Goliath Redemption is one of the only mid-ranges that I forehand. And I love it for forehands. Love it so much. And I'm very curious to try this one on a forehand, being that it's more stable. This is a great hole to try them out on a forehand. So let's do it. Very comfortable on a forehand grip. Traditionally, the flight numbers are 5502. So pretty much dead straight mid-range with a little fade. These might be like 5503, something like that. 5502.5. Handled the torque kind of well. Low shot, see if I can get this one higher. Yeah, that's the shot I'm looking for. Without the tree. All right, I'm gonna compare these Enochs again. We'll go with the Oasis one first. That's a great shot. Yeah, little headwind, turned, held that turn. Glow Tour Series Enoch. A little more stable. And it's like 2 feet in front of the other one. All right, same hole. We're gonna go to the same basket, just from the short pad. Gonna test out these Glow Metal Flake Samsons. First up, the regular Oasis Samson. Crazy beef. These, probably more beef. Maybe even a slight dip in the middle of them. Yeah, very beef. Wow. That one's like 150 feet. Crazy stable. For this hole, we've got a tailwind, maybe slight right to left as well, but mostly tail. I'm gonna throw the gyros. First up, the Oasis gyra, and then after that, the new Glow one. Try Oasis. It's usually pretty dang dead straight. Get off that tree. Hit a branch, but I mean, it's pretty dang straight, right? Here's the Glow one. First time throwing it. Yeah. Definitely looking to fade a little bit sooner than the Oasis one was. Time for the Waymakers. These have a bead. Gonna be like a stable 3-speed, good throwing putter. See how these fly. Not much glide either. Now we're gonna do the Samsons again. Show you how much beefier these are than the Waymakers. Golly, look at that skip too. These are just the beefiest beefcakes ever, man. Gosh. Just absolutely knifing like that, and then still racing to the left after. All right, gonna throw all 5 discs here. We got 254 to the basket, double Mando. Strong tailwind, 15 to 20 miles per hour. Pretty dang strong. Just gonna throw them out there and see what they do. Pretty nice. See one. Samson is gonna be crazy with this tailwind. Big skip. Small skip. Waymaker, this should be perfect for this shot here. Yeah, push. Okay. Enoch will put this one on hyzer. And parked. Last but not least, Gyra. Pretty good grouping. We got Samson here. I think Redemption up there. Waymaker there. I believe Gyra's right there. And then the Enoch parked. Very good grouping, all within 25 feet, I would say. This one might be 30 right here, but yep, great discs. Little water carry. Crazy strong right to left wind. 190 feet right there. Samson. And she's dry. Did not think that was gonna go in the water, but it hopped out. Waymaker. Good flyer. Gyra. Oh, it turned a bit actually. Redemption. That one also kind of turned. Another Redemption. More hyzer. Wow, this wind is crazy. But it's interesting that the first Redemption shot actually kind of turned over. It didn't even hold up to the wind. I'm gonna go with these Redemptions here. Now the Gyra. Glide. Yeah. Honestly, the Redemption and the Gyra are very, very similar. Redemption is going to have a touch less glide and kind of more of a pushing fade to it, whereas the Gyra is going to have a little bit more glide, but stay straighter throughout its flight. All right, now time for some comparisons with these discs. I'm going to be comparing all of these 2025 Glow Tour Series Goliath discs to just the regular stock Goliath discs. All right, first up, the Redemption. So I do have a Oasis Metal Flake Redemption here, and I have last year's Tour Series Glow Redemption. I'm gonna throw these and then compare them to the new Dustin Ritzel 2025 Glow Metal Flake Redemption. These days it's so hard to say names of discs, like it's such a mouthful. But here we go. We'll do this Oasis Metal Flake first. 332 to the pin there. Okay, that was maybe about 300 feet. Now the Glow from last year. Yep, reliable fade like usual. Great disc. Now let's see if anything changed this year.
Oh yeah, more stable for sure. Wow, and a skip. I'm gonna try to throw this one a little flatter now. Yeah, definitely more stable. Look at that. Wow. I like it. Nice change on those. All right, now the Enochs, we got the Oasis Enoch in the gray color, which is the most stable Oasis one, and then the Glow Oasis Tour Series one. Oasis first. Stay up. Yeah, about 15 feet from the pin. And Glow Oasis here. Definitely more stable. Fading back. Never wanted to like fully burn over. It kind of like turned a little bit and then came back, whereas the Oasis one just kind of turned and never showed any signs of actually wanting to fade back. All right, now we're gonna move up to the gyras. So we've got the Oasis gyra in this pink color, pretty much dead straight, and then we have the new Glow Oasis Tour Series Metal Flake gyra. We'll do the Oasis first. Oh wow, the wind got that. Definitely not as stable as the Redemptions. Glow Oasis one. Yeah, definitely more integrity. Didn't turn all the way over, but pretty straight with a slight fade. Pretty glidey as well. All right, now for the Samsons, like I mentioned before, this one's just the Oasis, and these are the Tour Series for 2025. These are just gonna be like utility discs. They're not gonna go more than like 200 feet for your average player. I'm gonna throw these on sidearm into the headwind. It's gonna be a great gauge for the stability. See how they fly. Blue one first. So beef. It's probably like 210. Now these glow ones, just so beefy, I'm guessing. A lot of Annie and knifing back down. Here's this one again. I'll try to give it a little bit more Annie. Gosh. Oh my gosh, they're so stable. Ridiculous. Last but not least, the Waymakers. I don't have an Oasis one with me, but these pretty much are flying about the same as those, I would say. Very similar to an Envy, but much better. If you guys like the flights of any of those, I've got a link in the description of the video. Go down to goliathdisc.com and use my discount code CAMRAB10. I'll save you guys 10% off on your order. Again, these Tour Series are pretty much exclusive just for Team Goliath members, so you won't be able to get these specific Tour Series Metal Flake glow discs, but any of the stock molds are available on the site, and save you some money, help me out too. All right, we got a 202-foot shot right there. All 5 molds, all 8 discs right here. Gonna try an ace. If I ace with any of these, that disc is gonna go into the 2,000 subscriber giveaway. Samson. Another Samson. Waymakers. Oh, too far right. That was pitiful. Redemptions. Might be my favorite mold of these Tour Series. Skip up. Parked. Second Redemption. Nope. Gyra. Get stable. Nope. Last but not least, Enoch. Decent. Enoch. turn over. Beautiful flight. We'll go gyro turnover now. That's parked. I think that is literally 2 feet from the basket. Redemption's on a forehand. Actually, no, I'll do the backhand turnover as well. More stable for sure. I'll do one forehand actually. Dang trees. All right, and then from the short tee, we're gonna do the Waymakers and the Samsons. Waymakers first. Nope. Too low, but parked. Samson. Gotta work on my anhyzers, right? Anti-flex. I could do it. Ooh, I like that line actually. Same thing, just because they're so beefy, it works. Work and dive. Oh, I like the line. Those things can handle any power. That's gonna do it for the 2025 Tour Series review on these Blue Oasis Goliath molds. Check them out, goliathdisc.com. Use my discount code CAMRAB10. Save you guys 10% on your order. Overall thoughts, Samson, a little bit beefier than the regular Oasis. This thing holds up to any wind, any type of torque, crazy good. The Redemption, a little bit more stable than last year's Tour Series Redemption. I liked it a lot. Pretty straight on forehand, and backhand, it holds up really well to the wind and to a lot of torque as well. So overall, the most overstable Redemption we have so far. Probably gonna bag this. After that, the Waymaker, pretty good. I didn't really find it to fly much different than the regular Oasis Waymakers that we have. So not much difference in the flight there or the stability, but the plastic feels great and it glows really well also. Enoch, was really impressed with this one. Yeah, a tick more stable than like the traditional Oasis one. It's not just gonna burn over, it's actually gonna give you a little flip, maybe a little ride, but then have some fade and some integrity, which I really liked. Was very impressed with this one, and excited to keep throwing this. Last but not least, the Gyra. Again, a tick more stable than the Oasis one. You saw in that one shot, the Oasis turned over and kind of got held by the wind. This one flipped a little bit, but then kind of came out and had some fade to it. These things glide forever. Great disc. Also pretty dang sick artwork too. That's gonna do it for the 2025 Goliath DISCS Tour Series review. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.